This is the Scorecard, where you score the latest sports news and in-depth news. I'm Erika Kristensen. Tonight on the Scorecard, fast action as the Baltimore Ravens play host to the Cincinnati Bengals. Jazz, Bucks, Timberwolves, Bulls, Spurs, Trail Blazers, they all tell their stories tonight. And a healthy mind and a healthy body go together, and our special studio guest, Brandon Espiritu, will teach us how to achieve both. All that and more on the Scorecard tonight, the 8th of November. Now here's our roundup. In the NFL, the Baltimore Ravens overcame a 14-point third-quarter deficit, scoring touchdowns on 4 consecutive drives to defeat the Cincinnati Bengals 35-34. Lamar Jackson threw for 290 yards and 4 touchdowns, cementing his MVP candidacy. The Bengals had a chance to win with a 2-point conversion in the final seconds, but Joe Burrow's pass to Tanner Hudson fell incomplete amid controversial no calls. Burrow finished with 428 passing yards and 4 touchdowns, while Jamar Chase had a historic night with 264 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns. The Ravens improved to 73, while the Bengals fell to 4-6. While in the NBA, the Milwaukee Bucks ended their 6-game losing streak with a dominant 123-100 win over the Utah Jazz, climbing out of the NBA's bottom ranks. The Bucks took control in the third quarter, leading 87-72 after a 15-1 run and cruising to victory. Damian Lillard scored 34 points, and Giannis Antetokounmpo contributed 31 points and 16 rebounds. The win marks Milwaukee's second victory of the season, providing much-needed momentum. Antetokounmpo also set a franchise record for offensive rebounds. Anthony Edwards scored 33 points, leading the Minnesota Timberwolves to a 135-119 win over the Chicago Bulls. Minnesota outscored Chicago 45-24 in the fourth quarter to secure the win, the third in 4 games. The Bulls, who have lost 4 straight, were out-rebounded 40-33 and struggled to maintain their lead in the second half. Nikola Vucevic and Kobe White led Chicago with 25 and 24 points, respectively. Malaki Branham and Keldon Johnson each scored 17 points off the bench, leading the San Antonio Spurs to 118-105 victory over the Portland Trail Blazers. The Spurs took control late in the first quarter, and despite the Trail Blazers narrowing the gap several times, the Spurs maintained their lead and snapped a 2-game losing streak. Head coach Greg Popovich is uncertain to return this NBA season after suffering an undisclosed medical episode over the weekend. Meanwhile, in the NCAA, Lyceum of the Philippines University kept its Final Four hopes alive by narrowly defeating Jose Rizal University 82-80. Despite nearly losing an 11-point lead, the Pirates held on as the Heavy Bombers' last-second 3-pointer missed. John Barba and Renz Villegas led the LPU with 20 and 18 points respectively, improving the record to 8-8. JRU, led by Joshua Giab's 27 points, fell to a 4-12 record. In the other game, Alan Liwag showcased his MVP potential by leading the College of St. Benil to an 83-78 victory over Colegio de San Juan de Letran. Liwag notched 20 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 blocked shots. The Blazers improved to a 13-2 record and moved closer to securing a twice-to-beat advantage at the NCAA Season 100 Final Four. Letran, without key knight Kevin Santos, fell to 6th place with a 7-9 record after failing to maintain their strong start. And that's our roundup for tonight, the 11th of November. When we return, what exactly is a fitness coach? We'll find out from wellness coach Brandon Espiritu himself. So watch out for that here on the Scorecard. He is an entrepreneur, an all-around athlete, and a wellness coach. He recently put all the effort at Braun into the masculine beauty ideal. Please welcome Brandon Espiritu. Hello, Brandon. Welcome to the Scorecard. It is so nice to see you. How are you?
Thank you for having me.
Please take a seat, of course.
Wow, these I look shredded in these. I need to stop eating carbs.
Oh, don't say that. You're making me feel guilty here. Okay, Brandon, again, welcome to the Scorecard. And of course, in behalf of the whole family, first and foremost, we want to say congratulations to you for bagging the first runner-up at the recent Mr. Supranational in Poland.
Salamat.
So let me ask you, how was the overall experience? And most of all, how was the experience of representing the country on an international stage?
Yeah, the representation part was, for me, the most important thing. Just being able to, be at the forefront of such a great culture that represents such a great people and an amazing country, and I've never felt so proud to be Filipino until I went up on stage, held the flag. So that was a very memorable moment in my timeline, and I'll be able to cherish that forever. So I'm grateful for the experience.
I bet.
Yeah.
Now, Brandon, I know that you're also a hybrid athlete, diving into many sports such as basketball. I know you also played golf as well, martial arts
golf,
too.
I'm awful at golf, by the way. I mean, I play with the boys, we'll have a cigar maybe.
Just for fun.
Just for fun, yeah. But yeah, I grew up playing basketball all my life. I did jiu-jitsu, got my purple belt in jiu-jitsu. But now I'm competitively boxing as an amateur, so I'm actually getting ready for my second fight this December.
Wow.
So it's been rigorous training, and I have a marathon in less than a month in Singapore. It'll be my second marathon. So yeah, quite a lot of training throughout the weeks and stuff.
Oh my goodness. I can't even begin to imagine how taxing that must be, but I guess as a coach, you do enjoy it, right?
I do. I love fitness, and I do believe that it's not about just looking good. It's about translating what you do in the fitness world into other aspects of your life, whether it be with your relationships, with yourself or other people, the world, your businesses, your work, all these things. So I give it up to fitness. It definitely saved my life.
I love that. And bouncing off of what you said about fitness, because it seems to me that you're very passionate about it,
Yeah.
So how did you even come to have fitness and wellness as your advocacy? How did it start?
Okay, so I mean, I grew up playing sports and all, but it happened in COVID when I was in lockdown in Hawaii, and this is when I decided, I love going to the gym. How can I monetize this and make a career out of it and help people along the way? Fast forward to 2022, I was able to scale my fitness business. It's called NFE. And what we do is we train people to lose 10 to 30 pounds of fat in 90 days.
Wow.
So we build customized programs for people, and 90% of my clientele were globally, from Europe and the US hemisphere. So I was able to coach them online. It was an online thing. So I went from in-person and scaled it online. Yeah, so fitness really did save my life, financially speaking, and also just being able to touch people in another way. So yeah, it's been good.
That's awesome, Brandon. Yeah. Okay, so just out of curiosity, because you're also a coach, what was the most meaningful transformation that you have seen from a client, and how did this impact you as a coach?
Oh man, I mean, I gotta give it up to all my clients that gave my program a shot and put themselves on the line to change for themselves. But there's this one person, his name is Brent, he's from Hawaii.
Brent. From Hawaii, shout out.
Yeah, and I met him in a place, and I don't wanna dispel what he was going through, but he was going through a hard time. And he wasn't mentally in a place of confidence and feeling empowered with himself because of the certain things he was going through. And I just felt this connection with him, and I'm glad that he gave me a chance to be part of his journey, because 3 months later, not only did he lose the weight that he wanted and more, but you could tell that he had more of an inkling to get up and just live life to the fullest. He was a totally different person. And that wasn't because of me, it was because of him. But I was just really grateful to be a part of his journey. And that's the beauty of being a coach, is you get to just be a part of these people's journey in such a positive way. So shout out to Brent.
Shout out to Brent. It's crazy what fitness can really do to you, right? I mean, not only physically, but mentally most especially.
I mean, look at these abs behind me. What's going on here?
Okay, so Brandon, I'm gonna take advantage of the fact that you're here already in front of me.
Do it.
Okay, so let's say, for example, I'm running on a very tight schedule, and I only have 30 minutes tops to work out. So what is the best workout routine that you can recommend to me that will give me optimum results?
Man, that's a very vague question, but if I were to just streamline it down, I would say do a full body hypertrophy driven workout, which means basically getting in the gym and lifting weights. I would do one exercise per body group at 3 sets, classic 10 reps. At a weight that's not too heavy, but something that's a little bit challenging. And then from there, you could progress on. 30 minutes should be enough time, you know, to do one body group for 3 sets.
And body group meaning upper body,
yeah, so you do like a shoulder,
body.
you'll do like, you'll do your chest, and you do a compound workout. So it wouldn't be like singular workouts, it'd be compound. So for instance, like a push-up, you're tackling your biceps and your chest. So you kind of do like these 2 to 3 in 1s type of workouts, right? Then obviously you get your legs, your bottom half, but that's what I would recommend. I think the building of muscle is just such an integral part of like overall holistic health.
Right.
And like, I know stretching is also very important, and like yoga and Pilates and running and all these things, but man, if you could build muscle fiber, it'll definitely change not only your physique, but it'll change the whole anatomy of your body.
I agree.
Yeah, so many benefits of
And it promotes longevity of life as well.
It does,
yeah,
100%. And you could do the research on it. I don't want to spew I could go on and on about it, but do your research on it, guys.
That's why Google is there, guys.
That's why Google ChatGPT as well. I love that thing, yeah.
All right, okay, so let's dabble into your life as an entrepreneur this time. I know that you own multiple businesses, so would you like to tell us more about those?
Well, yeah, I mean, my businesses right now, they're kind of spread around the place. I'm still young. I don't got a wife. I don't have kids. I don't have a mortgage. So now is the time to make a lot of risks. So I made many investments. There's a brick and mortar that I'm finally getting into. So we're opening up a bar and cafe in Poblacion in 2 months. So guys, we're gonna be across Aguimat and Kampai. We're called Treehouse. We're a cafe during the day and a bar at night, and there's a big tree, an iconic tree that we didn't chop down, so it runs through the whole thing.
I love that.
It's gonna be like an architecture spectacle, like it's gonna be amazing, so please come by. Other than that, I'm a shareholder in Kamu for Men. It's a skincare line. We've been absolutely killing it for the past year, and thanks for all our supporters there too as well. But I wanna talk about this new venture I'm putting out there.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so we're called Rest Day.
Okay.
And we all need rest days.
We were talking about this behind the scenes earlier about wanting to rest, right?
Yeah, everyone wants to work so hard, and I think that's great, but we need rest days. And this company that I'm coming out with, our first product, we've did R&D, research and development, for over a year, and we finally curated the best possible bed sheets to give you the best possible 8 hours, because your bed is not enough. So we made, honestly, the softest bed sheets. They're antibacterial, so you don't get acne from them. They're eco-friendly, and they're just soft as heck. And I can't wait to release that. So Rest Day, guys.
That is amazing, Brandon. And I love how even in your role as an entrepreneur, you still keep in mind the wellness aspect to your products.
100%.
Because even in your cosmetics line, in your skincare line rather, it's very mindful still, very clean. These are clean products with clean ingredients, right? That are not harmful to the skin.
Yeah, and we went the extra way by producing it in Korea too. So we went from China, and now we're producing all in Korea, where like that's the mecca of skincare. And we're making sure like every single product that comes out of that factory is quality controlled. So I mean, the numbers don't lie. People love what we're putting out there, and we're just grateful that they're receiving it well. Yeah.
That's great. And we can't wait for the other products that you will put up all across your brand.
Yes, guys, pre-order waitlist is there. It's there. It's in my bio, link in my bio, so click on it.
Okay, but Brandon, you wear so many hats in a day. How do you balance all of your roles all together?
God.
Do you ever get burned out?
It's God. He's helping me out. Honestly, I'm just a person at the end of the day. And we all have, issues outside of the business world, outside of our careers, that we have relationships with ourselves and other people. We have disappointments, we have all these things. For me, it's not time management, it's energy management for me. It's saying no to things that don't make me happy. It's saying no to the conversations I don't want to partake in. It's saying no to events that don't pay me what I deserve. It's just saying no. Like, you just gotta learn how to say no, right? So for me, I'm learning, and I'm still lost, but I'm getting better at it. It's just saying no to things that don't serve you, that's authentic to you. And that really frees up the day to do things that are
I love that. That really resonated with me. Thank you for sharing that. I am definitely going to keep that as the days as we move forward. All right, hopefully. Now before we conclude our lovely and insightful interview for today, we have a very fun segment. It's called Fast Talk.
Oh yeah.
So as you know, Fast Talk, I'm just going to spew some questions to you and all you have to do is just answer them without thinking, okay? Top of the head. You ready? Okay, cardio or weights?
Weights.
Morning workout or evening workout?
Morning workout.
Biggest pet peeve in the gym?
Someone that doesn't re-rack their weights.
Favorite cheat meal?
Oh, sushi.
Okay, cheat meal? Okay.
No, pizza.
Okay.
Pizza.
Yes, better answer, better answer. Okay.
Yes, pizza.
One thing you always keep in your gym bag?
Ooh, boxing wraps or hand wraps. Just in case I want to get that training in. Yeah, I always have it.
One thing you want people to remember about you?
My smile, come on.
Oh, man. Okay, good answer.
Yeah.
One thing people don't know about you?
I can do a really good belly dance, belly roll. Yeah.
I probably would not want to see it in this lifetime.
Yeah.
Okay, which would you rather coach? A group of energetic toddlers or your laziest friend?
My laziest friend.
Okay, and my last question is your life motto.
My life motto? Don't take it too seriously.
We did talk about this
Don't
also
take it
behind
too
the cams.
serious.
I love that. All right, well, that concludes our short but sweet interview with Brandon Espiritu. Guys, follow him on Instagram and check out what's next. You do have, again, a boxing tournament happening 2 months from now, right?
Yeah, December 15 is what it's looking like. Yeah.
All right, so we will definitely watch out and give you our support that you need.
Thank you. Salamat po. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
All right, when the scorecard returns, be sure to keep your eyes on the prize. Welcome back to the scorecard. It is time to keep your eyes on the prize. We'll break down the upcoming matchups to deliver key insights that might just give you the edge that you need to stay ahead of the game. Get ready as we dive into a much anticipated rematch for the IBF welterweight title. We've got Jaron Boots Ennis taking on Karen Chukat John this weekend, Sunday, November 10, 8 a.m. Philippine time, live at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia. Let's check out the tale of the tape for these fighters. Ennis, at 27, stands 5'10" with a 74-inch reach. His record is a perfect 32 wins with 29 knockouts. Chukat John, 1 year older at 28, comes in slightly shorter at 5'9" and also has a 74-inch reach. He's got a solid 24 wins and 2 losses record with 13 knockouts. Both fighters weigh in at 147 pounds, making this a perfect match for the welterweight crown. In their first encounter, Ennis controlled the pace, winning every round with a 120-108 decision. But Chukat John's tight defense and awkward style gave Ennis a harder time than expected. This rematch isn't just about keeping the title, it's about Ennis proving he can do it with a more decisive finish. Now, all eyes are on Boots to see if he can deliver a more powerful performance. The odds heavily favor Ennis. But Chukat John has made improvements, winning 3 straight fights since their last encounter. He's out to shake things up and will look to bring the fight to the Philly crowd. Don't miss the co-main event either. Jesse Bam Rodriguez defends his WBC Super Flyweight title against Pedro Guevara. So there you have it, an exciting fight this Sunday with Boots Ennis defending his IBF title. Don't miss the thrilling match, and as always, keep your eyes on the prize. We have updates. TNT beat Barangay Ginebra 95-85 in Game 6 at the Smart Araneta Coliseum tonight to win the PBA Governor's Cup. Best import Ronde Hollis Jefferson had close to a triple-double, 31 points, 16 rebounds, 8 assists to power the Governor's Cup champions to the top. Congratulations, TNT Tropang Giga. We are following the appeal of the Farm Fresh Foxies for special consideration from the Premier Volleyball League. Here is our report. The Premier Volleyball League All-Filipino Conference is set to commence hostilities tomorrow, November 9, at the Phil Sports Arena, and the fight to have Phil-American setter Aoki Robbins-Hardy see action with her Farm Fresh Foxies team continues, even as the PVL leadership insists she undergo the draft. In a press conference held yesterday, the Foxies management called on PVL President Ricky Palou to honor the gentleman's agreement he had earlier with Foxies team owner Frank Lau that Alohi will be allowed to play as long as she secures a Philippine passport. However, conditions changed when Alohi was able to acquire one.
Special, ano po kasi si Alohi, is a special case, kumbaga. So, sa amin, yun po yung nilalaban din namin. Apart from the fact that strong group has always been an abider of fair play, of fair competition, of sportsmanship, no? And that being said, kasi kami, lalo na si Mr. Lau, no? We hold persons to their word. May value po sa amin. Mataas po yung binibigay namin na value sa isang salita.
In a subsequent meeting, the PVL president said that if they get support from majority of team owners to make a special concession for Robbins-Hardy, she might get a chance. Moreover, Ricky Palou denied that there was a gentleman's agreement.
There was no gentleman's agreement on our allowing Alohi to play. Well, what Mr. Frank Lau was saying was he has this field foreign player that has a Philippine passport and that she played for first he said it was F2 Logistics, and then after he corrected himself, it was Cignal. So if he played if she has a Philippine passport and she played for Cignal, I said yes, she can play because my assumption was she participated in the PVL already. Apparently she did not. She played in the PSL. And they asked me if there's anything that can be done to let Alohi play. I said, well, you can try talking to team owners and let's see what they say. But then after that, we were discussing it again and we said, no more na. Kasi we didn't want the teams to get at each other. Eventually, baka sila mag-aaway, di ba? So sabi na lang namin, wala na, let's call it off and say no more. She can't play, she has to go to the draft.
Attorney Kapunan underscored their call for parity and equal opportunity.
Yung Farm Fresh, no, tsaka yung isa pa namin, yung Zeus, kung tutuusin mo, we're only 6, maybe 7 man deep sa lineup namin. Hindi kami katulad ng mas malalakas na team na 14 man deep. Ganun kalalim yung lineup nila. So, syempre, in our effort to become more competitive and at least somehow level up to the playing field, so to speak, yun yung nag-drive sa amin. Dahil wala naman nakuha kami sa last draft yung team namin. Diba? So, what we did, what Mr. Lau thought about is mag-reach out doon sa mga players of old na hindi na nakapirma hindi naka-line up sa ibang team. So that's why we reach out to Alohi, we reach out to Rachel Dakis, no? And so some others, few others. So yun yung reason. Well, yes, no? To put it bluntly, yes, because makita nyo naman yung lineup ng iba. All we seek is parity in the league.
But as of today, the PVL has decided with finality that Alohi Robbins-Hardy will not see action in the PVL All-Filipino Conference. Now, before we go, think on this. From Hall of Famer Coach Mike Krzyzewski, cheating means you are giving up on yourself. You lose a piece of yourself each time you violate your personal sense of what is right and what is wrong. And with that said, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We will see you again here next week on the Scorecard, where sports is our business and business is our sport, on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. Once again, this is Erika Kristensen. Have a good evening.